On day 4, I opened a file from my own project, and I didn't understand what I was reading. I had approved it myself 3 hours earlier, line by line, and I had no idea what it did. That is not a bug in Claude Code. That is me. And there's a good chance it'll happen to you too. Everyone believes this. The YouTube thumbnails believe it, the Twitter threads believe it, the Anthropic marketing page definitely believes it. I believed it too. So I ran the experiment. 7 days, 1 Python app, Claude Code does the building, I do the watching. Here is what actually happened.
The app, a personal finance tracker. Import bank CSVs, tag categories, see a monthly summary. Something genuinely useful, something I would actually run on my machine. The rules, Claude Code writes everything. I only provide the spec. I do not touch the code, not a single line until day 6. Budget, the $100 max plan. 7 days, 0 manual edits. If AI really can build your entire app, this is the test.
The question is not whether Claude Code works. It does, impressively. The question is what it works on, and what it quietly does to the developer using it. Day 1 is genuinely magical. I paste the spec, plain English, 3 paragraphs, and the terminal starts moving. New files, new folders, tests running. I'm not typing anything. Claude Code reads the directory, creates a project structure, writes the CSV parser, the data model, the category engine, and a test suite in 2 hours without asking a single follow-up question. The benchmark scores are real. On SWE Bench Verified, the industry standard for real-world coding tasks, Claude is currently the top-rated model. The tests pass. The logic is correct. I love it. It feels like it did back then. I'm chasing the midnight hour and not getting any sleep. I felt that too. And that's exactly the problem. Days 2 and 3 show what Claude Code is genuinely great at: refactoring. I describe a better architecture. It restructures the entire module without breaking tests. Writing tests. Comprehensive pytest suites with fixtures and edge cases that would take me an afternoon to write. 8 minutes. One team tracked their full Claude Code bill against the engineering time saved. A 4-to-1 return. Real money and real time. One developer built a complete invoice management MVP in a day. API cost, $3.65. Anthropic's own teams are now at 70 to 90% AI-generated code. I still didn't know something was going very wrong. Day 4. I ask Claude Code to add a search feature. It builds one. I point out the ID format is wrong. It should use the existing schema. You're absolutely right. Great catch. It fixes the ID format and re-implements the search feature from scratch. Same bugs, different variable names. This has a name in the community: Sycophantic Completion. GitHub issue 3382, 350 upvotes. Claude agrees with everything, claims done, and does not verify. And this is when I remembered the beginning. I had approved 17 file edits without understanding what had changed. Day 1, Claude Code didn't ask a single question. Day 4, I understood why that was a problem. The first attempt is 95% garbage. The second attempt is 50% garbage. The third attempt is finally workable. Forget the promise of one-shot perfect code generation. Staff engineer, 6 weeks of real usage, not a beginner. This is exactly what a research group called Metra measured in 2025. 16 experienced developers. They expected to gain 24%. They lost 19. 43 points of difference. By the end of day 4, I have written nothing, and I don't fully understand the code that exists. Day 5. I open the usage dashboard, and I just stare at it. Here is what most Claude Code videos do not explain. The tool is stateless under the hood. Every message reprocesses the entire conversation history. The longer the session, the more expensive every single prompt becomes. Average developer spends about $6 a day, but even Max subscribers, paying $100 or $200 per month flat, report hitting weekly rate limits and having work stop completely. I hit a rate limit Wednesday afternoon. Work stops. This is a $100 a month tool. Day 6. The backend works, the CSV parser is solid, the category engine runs. Time for the interface. I prompt Claude Code, build me a desktop GUI for this app. I open the app. Gray background, flat buttons, system font. It looks like accounting software from 1998. 4 days building something that works perfectly, and the first screen a real user would see makes it look like tax software. Claude Code can write your tests. It cannot imagine what a user feels when they open your app for the first time. Most AI models default to tkinter. It ships with Python, dominates the training data, zero dependencies. The logic is correct. The interface is from 1994. Al Swigert, the author of Automate the Boring Stuff, ran a systematic test of ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude on tkinter op generation. The physics blobs vibrated like, and I quote, nervous chihuahuas. The Africa quiz forgot Madagascar. The family tree app was completely broken. Same Python, same logic, different framework. One looks like a real product, the other does not get opened a second time. Day 7. I read every line, and what I felt wasn't satisfaction. It was something closer to embarrassment. I had sent 17 approvals without understanding what I had approved. The code works, but for 4 days, I wasn't the developer on this project. I was the manager. The tool ships things. It just ships them without you. Claude Code is an agent that owns tasks, not a tool that helps you type. That distinction matters enormously. Use it for back-end logic, data models, test suites, refactoring, migrations, anything where correctness can be verified by running tests. Do not fully delegate anything a real user will see first. Not because the code breaks, because the defaults are dated, the framework choices are conservative, and no amount of prompting makes a tkinter window look like a 2026 product. One more number. 42% of AI-generated code snippets contain hallucinations. For Python specifically, 23% of packages referenced do not exist. Researchers registered one of those hallucinated package names. It received 30,000 downloads in 3 months from people who trusted the output. Review the code, always. Claude Code built the backend in 4 days, but the interface it chose is the reason people think Python apps look terrible. So I spent 2 weeks testing the frameworks that actually fix this. Custom tkinter, the framework in every Python GUI tutorial you've watched in the last 2 years, has had 0 new releases since January 2024. Not dead, but not maintained either. 2 frameworks are competing to own that decision. One is conservative and stable. The other ships to desktop, web, and mobile from the same codebase, but is still pre-1.0. I tested both: startup time, executable size, architecture constraints, and what happens when you hand a non-developer the finished app. If you pick the wrong framework now, in 6 months you'll be rewriting the UI from scratch or maintaining a library nobody updates. In the next video, I'll show you which one survives. Let's